The medical bay was silent. Too silent. Padmé Amidala lay on the cold table, her body broken, her heart shattered. Anakin was gone, lost to the dark, and yet she breathed, one breath, then another. The medical droid leaned closer, its mechanical voice flat. Vital signs, stabilizing. She will live. Bail Organa froze. Obi-Wan Kenobi turned slowly, his eyes wide. This was not how it was supposed to end. A soft cry filled the room. A baby boy, Luke. Padmé's trembling hand reached out. She pulled him close, tears falling onto his tiny face. "Luke," she whispered, "my son." But there was no time for joy. Bail stepped forward, his voice low and urgent. "Padmé, listen to me. If the Emperor learns the truth, he will hunt you. He will hunt the children. We must move, now." Obi-Wan placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Anakin, he cannot know you survived. He cannot know about Luke." Padmé nodded, her grief sharp, her resolve sharper. Then came the second cry. A girl, Leia. 2 children, 2 hopes, 2 flames in a galaxy falling into shadow. Bail made the choice in seconds. Leia would come with him to Alderaan, raised as a princess. Luke would vanish into the stars with Padmé, hidden where no Sith could reach. The ship roared to life. Polis Massa shrank behind them. Padmé stared out the viewport, holding Luke tight. Her heart whispered one promise. "I will protect you. I will rebuild what your father destroyed." Far away, on a black throne, the Emperor's eyes snapped open. He had felt something. A whisper in the Force, and he was already listening. The medical bay was cold. Too cold for a birth, too quiet for a victory. Padmé Amidala lay on the table, pale and shaking. Her hand trembled as it brushed the soft cheek of her newborn son. Luke. His sister Leia cried softly beside her. 2 lives, 2 heartbeats, and 1 shattered mother. Obi-Wan Kenobi stepped forward, his voice low. "Padmé, we must move quickly. The Emperor will hunt them." She turned her head slowly. Her eyes were red but sharp. "Anakin is gone, isn't he?" Obi-Wan said nothing. That silence was answer enough. Bail Organa stood near the door. "Senator, we have a plan. The boy goes to Tatooine. The girl comes with me to Alderaan. Apart, they survive. Together, they die." Padmé's grip tightened around Luke. "No." The room froze. "You ask me to give my son to strangers, to a desert, while my husband's body cools somewhere in the dark?" Her voice cracked, but her will did not. "I lost Anakin. I will not lose Luke." Obi-Wan knelt beside her. "Padmé, please. If Vader senses them, then let him come." Her words cut like a blade. "I am still a senator. I am still his mother, and I will not hand my child to ghosts." Bail and Obi-Wan exchanged a stunned glance. The plan, so carefully built in whispers and shadows, was breaking before their eyes. The twins were meant to be hidden, separated, forgotten. Now, one mother's love had rewritten the galaxy's fate. Last lines. Far across the stars, Darth Vader's helmet hissed to life. His first breath echoed through the Emperor's throne room, and somewhere deep inside that black mask, a flicker stirred. A name, a pulse, a bond not yet broken. She was alive, and so was his son. The medical droid's hands trembled over Padmé's still form. Her heart had stopped. Then, against every reading, it beat again. One soft, stubborn pulse. Obi-Wan Kenobi stood frozen. Bail Organa held the twins close, his face pale. Padmé's eyes fluttered open, and her first word was a whisper sharp as a vibro blade. "Luke." She reached for her son. Obi-Wan tried to speak, tried to warn her of the danger, but Padmé already knew. Anakin was gone. Vader had been born in fire on Mustafar, and the Emperor's hunters would come for every child the Chosen One had left behind. "Take Leia," Padmé said to Bail, her voice cracking. "Raise her as your own. She must never know me. She must never know him." Bail's eyes filled with tears, but he nodded. 1 twin for Alderaan. one twin for the shadows. Obi-Wan tried to follow her. "Padmé, you cannot do this alone." "I am not a Jedi, Obi-Wan," she answered. "The Sith will not look for a senator's ghost, but they will hunt you. Stay far from my son." She slipped away on a battered freighter that very night. No fanfare, no funeral. The galaxy was told Padmé Amidala had died, and her empty coffin rolled through the streets of Naboo while she rocked Luke to sleep beneath unfamiliar stars. Her destination was a forgotten moon called Beskar, a place even the Empire's maps had forgotten. Last lines. As her freighter pierced the clouds of Beskar, Padmé held Luke tighter. Somewhere across the galaxy, a small ship descended toward Alderaan, carrying a baby girl who would grow up believing she was alone in the world. And in the dark heart of the Imperial flagship, Darth Vader suddenly turned his masked face toward the stars, as if he had felt something impossible. 10 years drifted by like dust in a desert wind. Beskar was a quiet moon. Green hills, slow rivers, and a single farming village where strangers were rare and questions were rarer. Padmé called herself Arya. She wore plain clothes, braided her hair simply, and worked the soil with hands that once signed treaties. Luke grew tall and golden-haired, with eyes too bright for a farm boy. He could feel things others could not. When a storm was coming, when a creature was hurt, when his mother was sad. At night, Padmé told him stories of Coruscant's shining towers, of Senator Bail Organa's kindness, of brave Jedi who once guarded peace across 1,000 worlds. "Mama," Luke asked one evening, "did you ever meet a Jedi?" Padmé's hands stilled. "Yes, my love, I knew one. He was the bravest man in the galaxy." "What was his name?" She looked away. "Names can be dangerous, Luke. Some names bring the Empire to your door." Luke did not understand. Not yet, but the question planted itself in his heart like a seed. He began to dream. Strange dreams. A burning world of black sand and orange rivers. A tall figure in dark armor, breathing like a broken machine. And a voice, deep, cold, and somehow familiar, calling out to him through the stars. "Son." Last lines. Luke woke, gasping, sweat on his brow, the dream still clinging to him like smoke. He stumbled to his mother's room, ready to tell her everything. But Padmé was already standing at the window, staring at the night sky, tears running silently down her face, because she had felt it too. Vader was beginning to sense his son. The executor cut through hyperspace like a black blade. Inside its meditation chamber, Darth Vader knelt alone. No helmet, no mask, just pale, scarred flesh and ruined lungs that wheezed in the cold air. Then it came. A ripple, soft, warm, like a hand he once held in a meadow on Naboo. Vader's eyes snapped open. His mechanical fingers clenched the arms of his throne until the metal groaned. "Padmé," he whispered. It was impossible. He had killed her. He had felt her die. The Emperor had told him so, again and again, until the truth burned itself into his soul like a brand. And yet, the Force did not lie. Something out there carried her light. Not her exactly, but a piece of her. A child. His child. Vader rose slowly. The mask hissed back into place, sealing his rage behind black steel. He summoned Admiral Piet to the bridge. "Set course for the Outer Rim," Vader commanded. "Wild space, the forgotten sectors." "My lord," Piet hesitated. "The Emperor expects us on Coruscant." Vader turned, his red lightsaber ignited with a furious snap hiss. "The Emperor will not be informed. Is that understood, Admiral?" Piet bowed low, sweat on his brow. "Yes, my lord." The executor changed course, slipping away from Imperial space like a shadow with secrets. Last lines. Far away, on a quiet farm beneath twin moons, Luke Skywalker sat up in bed, his small hands trembling. He could feel something coming, something cold, something that breathed like a broken machine. And in the kitchen, Padmé dropped her cup. because she felt it too. Anakin was coming home. The knock came at sunset. Padmé opened the door and her heart stopped. A bearded man stood there in a brown cloak, older, thinner, his blue eyes heavy with grief. "Hello, Padmé," Obi-Wan said softly. "You are difficult to find." She did not invite him in. She stepped outside and shut the door behind her, blocking the view of the small boy at the kitchen table. "How did you find us, Obi-Wan?" "The Force, old friend. The boy is strong. His light shines across the stars." Padmé's jaw tightened. Then Vader felt him too. Obi-Wan nodded slowly. "Which is why we must act now. Luke must be trained. The Jedi Order can rise again through him. He is our hope." Padmé laughed, a sharp, bitter sound that startled them both. "Hope?" she whispered. "You taught Anakin too. You called him your brother, and then you left him burning on a riverbank." Obi-Wan flinched. "Padmé!" Her hand moved. A small blaster appeared from beneath her shawl, leveled at his chest. "You will not take my son. You lost that right on Mustafar." Obi-Wan stared at the weapon, then at her eyes. He saw no fear there, only iron. "He will come for the boy, Padmé," Obi-Wan said quietly, "and you cannot stop him alone." Last lines. Padmé's blaster did not lower, but behind her, the door creaked open. Little Luke stood in the doorway, golden hair catching the dying sunlight, staring at the stranger with wide, knowing eyes. "Mama," he said softly, "the man in the black mask is almost here." The probe droid came at dawn. It dropped from the clouds like a black insect, red eye scanning the fields. Padmé saw it first. She grabbed Luke's arm and ran for the house. "Obi-Wan!" she shouted. "They found us!" The Jedi was already moving. His green lightsaber blazed to life, and with one clean slash he cut the probe in half. Sparks rained on the wheat, but the damage was done. The signal had been sent. Minutes later, the sky split open. Imperial dropships screamed down through the clouds, kicking up walls of dust. Stormtroopers in white armor poured out, blasters raised, voices barking orders. "Search every building! Bring the boy alive!" Padmé pulled Luke into the cellar. She knelt before him, hands shaking, and unwrapped a bundle of old cloth. Inside lay a silver hilt, scratched and beautiful. "This was your father's," she whispered, tears in her eyes. "I saved it from a fire long ago. I hoped you would never need it." Luke took the hilt. It felt warm, familiar, as if it had been waiting for him. Boots thundered above them. The cellar door splintered. A stormtrooper aimed his blaster at Padmé. Snap hiss. A blue blade burst to life in Luke's small hands. He stepped in front of his mother, eyes burning with a courage he did not know he had. "You will not touch her," the boy said. Last lines. The stormtroopers froze. Their captain stepped forward slowly, voice crackling through his helmet. "Lord Vader, the boy has a lightsaber. Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber." And high above the clouds, on the bridge of the Executor, Darth Vader turned his black mask toward the planet below, and for the first time in 10 years, his cold heart trembled. The bridge of the Executor was silent except for the soft hum of consoles. Officers moved like shadows. Stormtroopers stood at attention. At the center of it all, Darth Vader walked slowly, his black cape sweeping the polished floor. He was issuing orders. His voice, deep and cold, filled the bridge like thunder. "Prepare the landing parties. I want the boy taken alive. Anyone who protects him will be..." Then it hit him. A wave of light, a storm of memory. A voice in the Force that should have been dead for 2 decades. Anakin. Vader froze mid-step. The word had not been spoken aloud. No one on the bridge had said it, but it rang inside his helmet as clearly as a temple bell. A woman's voice, her voice, Padmé. His mechanical fist clenched. The console beside him cracked under invisible pressure. Admiral Piet took a careful step back, sensing the storm gathering inside his master. "My lord?" Piet asked softly. "Are you well?" Vader did not answer. He could not answer. Because deep inside the suit, beneath the mask, Beneath the burns, something ancient was waking up. He saw her again. He saw the meadow on Naboo, the long grass blowing in the warm wind, her brown curls catching the sunlight. He saw her laughing as she fell into the soft grass beside him. He saw her in the Senate Hall, standing tall against tyranny, her voice ringing like silver bells. He saw her on the night they were married, hidden beneath the stone arches of Varikano, her small hand trembling in his. And then he saw her on Mustafar. He saw the hate in his own yellow eyes. He saw the force closing around her throat. He saw her fall to the black sand, her hands reaching for him, her voice cracking. "Anakin, you're breaking my heart." Vader staggered. He grabbed the railing of the command walkway. His breath came faster, harsher, the respirator rattling like a dying engine. The bridge crew stared in horror. No one had ever seen Lord Vader stumble. No one had ever seen him shake. "My lord," Piet whispered, "shall I summon a medical droid?" "Silence," Vader hissed. He turned his masked face toward the viewport. Beyond the glass, hyperspace rushed past in long blue streaks. Vesker was still hours away, but she was there. He could feel her now, sharp and undeniable, like a fire in his chest he had thought was ash. She was alive. She had always been alive. The realization landed on him like a hammer of stone. For 19 years, he had lived with one truth above all others. He had killed her. His rage had killed her. His fall to the dark side had killed her. The Emperor had told him so, again and again, until the guilt was the only thing left holding the broken man inside the armor together. And now that truth was a lie spoken by the lips of his master. Vader's mind raced. If Padmé had lived, if she had carried his child to safety, if she had hidden the boy on a forgotten moon for 10 long years, then who had told him she was dead? Sidious. The name burned through him like acid. Sidious had lied. Sidious had broken him with that lie. Sidious had used that grief to forge him into the weapon he became. Every order he had followed, every world he had burned, every child he had cut down in the Jedi Temple, all of it built on a foundation of one terrible, deliberate lie. The force around Vader began to twist. Lights flickered along the bridge. A console exploded in a shower of sparks. 2 officers ducked. Piet stood his ground, pale as snow. "My lord," he tried again. "The men." "Leave me," Vader rasped. "All of you, leave the bridge." The officers did not argue. They fled like frightened birds, their boots echoing down the corridors. Within moments, the great command deck of the Executor was empty. Only Vader remained, standing alone before the viewport, his shoulders rising and falling with each ragged breath. And then, in that vast silence, the Sith Lord did something he had not done in 19 years. He whispered her name. "Padmé." The word came out broken, soft, almost human. It echoed inside the cold metal of his helmet, and somewhere beneath all the scars and circuits, Anakin Skywalker opened his eyes for the first time in a long, long time. He saw the boy now, in the Force. Small, golden-haired, standing in a cellar with a blue blade burning in his small hands. His boy, his son, holding the lightsaber he himself had built in another life, in another universe, in the days when he still believed in love. And behind the boy, he saw her, Padmé, older now, hair touched with gray, but the same fierce eyes, the same stubborn courage. She stood with one hand on Luke's shoulder and the other holding a small blaster facing down a squad of stormtroopers without flinching. His stormtroopers, sent by his order, to kill his family. Vader's gloved hands curled into fists so tight the leather creaked. A roar built deep inside his chest, but he did not release it. Not yet. He swallowed it down and turned slowly toward the comm panel. "This is Lord Vader," he said, his voice steady as iron. "All Imperial forces on Beskar, stand down, now." A pause. Then a captain's voice crackled back, confused, hesitant. "My lord, the Emperor's order was to capture the boy at any cost. We have him cornered." "I gave you an order, Captain." Vader said, every word a blade of ice. Withdraw, or I will come down there myself and tear you out of that armor with my bare hands. The captain's reply came quickly this time, thin with fear. Yes, my lord, pulling back immediately. Vader cut the channel. His chest heaved. The respirator hissed. For the first time in nearly 20 years, the Sith Lord had disobeyed a direct command from his master. He knew what it meant. He knew the Emperor would feel it. He knew the storm that was coming. But he did not care. Because somewhere in the galaxy, a woman he had loved more than the stars was still alive. And a boy with his eyes was holding a blue blade, ready to die for her. Vader strode from the bridge. His cape billowed behind him like a black storm cloud. He moved with a purpose he had not felt in years, not the cold purpose of a Sith, but the white-hot purpose of a husband, of a father, of a man. In the hangar bay, he passed rows of TIE fighters and stopped before his own personal advance. Technicians scattered out of his path. "Prepare my fighter," he ordered. "I will lead the next descent myself. No troopers, no officers, I go alone." The technicians obeyed without a word. As Vader climbed into the cockpit, he allowed himself one last quiet thought, one whisper that no living being would ever hear. "Padmé, I am coming home." But far away, on the Imperial throne world of Coruscant, something stirred. In a dark spire above the city, a hooded figure sat upon a black throne, yellow eyes opening slowly in the gloom. Emperor Palpatine had felt the tremor. He had felt his apprentice's mind fracture. He had felt the name that broke the chain, Padmé. The old Sith smiled, cold and patient as death. "So," Palpatine whispered to the empty chamber, "the senator survived after all. How interesting." He raised one wrinkled hand. A red holocron lifted into the air before him, glowing with ancient power. Inside it slept secrets older than the Republic. Secrets of betrayal, secrets of how to break a Sith apprentice who had begun to feel again. "My friend Vader," the Emperor murmured, "you have forgotten who saved you from the fire. Perhaps it is time to remind you." Vader's fighter shot from the executor's hangar, a single